What if I told you that everything you dream of is much closer than you think? You don't need good luck or messages from the universe. What you really need is to learn how people who achieve their dreams think. The Stoics didn't ask for things from a place of emptiness. They desired with intention, with a clear mind, using the strength they had within. And the best part is that they left behind such powerful ideas that if you use them today, they can change your life forever. If you've ever felt you want something bigger, that you were born for something greater but a part of you is holding you back, then this message is for you. In this video, I'm not here to give you a few minutes of energy. I'm here to awaken you, because these 9 Stoic secrets aren't just thoughts, they're real tools. And today I'm going to give them to you one by one. Ready to stop waiting and start creating your own path? Let's break down old ideas, ignite your inner strength, and teach you to desire like a true Stoic. Before we begin, I want you to do something simple, but very powerful. Go to the comments and write this sentence. It's time to attract what I want most. I am Stoic. Writing it down isn't just a movement of your hands. It's a way of marking your commitment to yourself. Now then, let's begin. 1. Don't ask. Make it happen. Marcus Aurelius didn't expect anything magical to happen. He understood that if you want something, you have to make it happen yourself. Have you ever felt like you were waiting for something that never appears? That job that never comes? That relationship that doesn't improve? That opportunity that always seems close but never materializes? And there you are, asking the universe, God, life, or luck. But the Stoics knew this very well. Life doesn't answer prayers, it answers what you do. Marcus Aurelius, who was both emperor and thinker, didn't sit around waiting for the world to change. He woke up every morning with a powerful question on his mind. What is within my power to do today? That was his key. I'm not saying dreaming is wrong. Of course you can imagine, desire, and want great things. But there's a huge difference between desiring without taking action and desiring while taking action. Asking without doing anything is like wanting a plant to grow just because you look at it. If you don't give it water, light, and soil, there will be no miracle. And here comes a truth that sometimes hurts. Things don't happen by magic. They happen when you decide the time is right. Imagine you want your work life to change. You're tired of your job. You dream of having your own project, something that makes you want to get up in the morning. And what do? You dream about it, you repeat it, you talk about it, you imagine it. But months go by and you keep waiting for that perfect moment, that special sign that tells you, now it's time to start. But that perfect moment doesn't appear. Do you know why? Because it's not real. The perfect moment is created. Change begins when you make that call you've been avoiding, when you send that message, when you practice that new skill, when you use your time to move forward and not to complain. That's when the real magic begins, when you stop talking about your goals and start building them little by little. Life is like the ocean. You can stay on the sand waiting for the tide to carry you to your dreams, or you can build your own boat, row hard, and accept that there may be storms, but there will also be arrival. If you're waiting for everything to change, for something to finally happen, let me tell you sincerely, you are the miracle. You are the impetus you seek. You are the beginning of everything you imagine. And if you don't move, nothing will. Stoicism didn't come to pat you on the back. It came to open your eyes. And this first secret is straightforward. Don't ask, create. Don't wait, act. Because when you change your energy, your way of thinking, and your steps, life responds not with promises, but with deeds. 2. Desire with direction, not anxiety. There's a huge difference between wanting something peacefully and wanting it anxiously. Do you know what the problem is for many people today? They're not clear about what they want, but they want it immediately. We live running around with a mountain of desires weighing us down. We want success, affection, freedom, recognition, money, joy. But we almost never ask ourselves, which of these things comes from my heart? And which comes from fear, from comparing myself to others, or from my own anxiety? Epictetus explained it directly. Desire isn't bad. What's bad is wanting something without understanding the reason. Imagine you're in a car with your foot on the gas pedal, but without GPS, a map, or direction. Yes, you're moving fast, but you don't know where you're going. And the hardest part, the faster you go, the more you lose yourself. The same thing happens when we live desiring without a clear path. We jump from one goal to another, from one impulse to another. But without a real purpose, every desire becomes anxiety, pressure, and exhaustion. Look at it this way. One day you tell yourself you'll be happy when you earn more money. Then you work non-stop, push yourself too hard, become stressed, lose touch with yourself. And when you finally achieve it, something inside you still feels incomplete. Why does that happen? Because money wasn't what your soul was searching for. What you wanted was to feel secure, peaceful, free. But since you weren't clear about that from the start, you chased after the wrong desire. That's what Epictetus wanted us to learn. Don't wish for a lot, wish for better. Don't fill yourself with empty goals. Fill yourself with meaning. You don't need 1,000 dreams to be happy. You need to understand what it is you truly want. Ask yourself these questions today. What do I truly desire? And what do I desire because others have led me to believe I need it? We often think that having more is the solution, but true strength lies in knowing what to let go of. Don't pursue something that doesn't fulfill you. Don't sacrifice your peace for empty goals. You deserve a life with meaning, not just one filled with achievements that look good on the surface. And never forget this. Anxiety arises when you chase things you don't understand. Calm comes when you move toward what truly matters. Epictetus doesn't want you to stop dreaming. He wants you to ask yourself, does what I desire bring me closer to myself or further away? When you understand that clearly, everything you dream of begins to take shape because you are no longer asking for it from emptiness, but from truth. 3. Let your discipline be stronger than your excuses. There's something the Stoics understood very clearly. They didn't rely on luck. They relied on being prepared. And that, in a world where we want everything instantly, has been lost. Today, we want everything to be easy, fast, and effortless. But what comes without work goes just as quickly. And what truly matters only appears when you build something many are unwilling to practice. Discipline. Discipline is that voice that makes you get up when your mind wants to stay in bed. It's like an invisible muscle that supports your entire life. There's something very powerful about people who don't talk much, but act every day. People who don't wait for the perfect moment to appear because they've already discovered that such a moment doesn't exist. It's created. While some wait for things to change on their own, disciplined people make things change. And do you know what happens when you live with discipline? Life starts opening doors. You're not begging for miracles. You're creating them with your actions. Think about this. You decide to get up at 6 a.m. to exercise or read, but the alarm goes off and your mind starts tricking you. Just 5 more minutes. I'm tired today. I'll start on Monday. That's where the real struggle lies. It's not against the sound of your phone. It's against that inner voice that wants you to be comfortable, still switched off. And if that voice wins every day, no matter how much you dream, how much you imagine, or how much you want, you'll never build the life you deserve. But if one day you decide that your word is bigger than your excuses, that day your life begins to turn around. Seneca said it clearly. Luck appears when preparation meets opportunity. You don't need luck if you're already ready. And being ready isn't a feeling, it's a choice you make every day. Every time you choose yourself, you teach the universe to choose you too. If you're not motivated today, that's okay. Motivation goes up and down, but discipline always gets you there. Don't wait until you feel ready to begin. Just start, and one day you'll realize you've become unstoppable. Promise yourself this, that your discipline will be stronger than your excuses, that your actions will speak louder than your wishes, that life will have no choice but to respond to you, because you've shown it with your actions that you mean business. Do you want everything you desire to become reality? Then stop waiting for something external to make it happen. Create the change yourself, not with words, but with perseverance, not with dreams, but with concrete actions. 4. Visualize but keep your feet on the ground. Dreaming is precious. It's like seeing a different future, a better, freer one. And of course, dreaming is perfect. The problem arises when you get trapped up there, in your mind, in fantasy. Dreams are useful, yes, but not as a hiding place to escape life, but as a tool to prepare you for it. Imagine you have a seed, you look at it, you care for it, You talk to it, you imagine the giant tree it will become, but you never plant it in the ground. Do you know what happens? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. A seed without action is just an idea. And the same is true with your dreams. Imagining is important because it gives you direction, it shows you the way. But if you don't take action, if you don't make a decision, if you don't do the work that makes you uncomfortable, that dream turns into frustration. Imagine you want to start a business. You think about it, you see it in your mind, you imagine the clients, the freedom, the change you can create. But the days go by, and you don't start. You fill yourself with ideas, courses, motivation, but you don't call anyone. You don't create a product, you don't share your idea with anyone. That's when the Stoics would look at you seriously and say, stop dreaming aimlessly and start building with intention. You can see your business in your head, yes, but also ask yourself, what can I do today, even if it's something small, that will bring me a little closer? Because if you don't bring it into the real world, that dream will go up in smoke. Being grounded doesn't mean you can't soar. It means you know where you're starting from, and that makes you stronger. The Stoics weren't cold or unimaginative people. They were practical. They believed the soul grows strong through action, not waiting. Epictetus said it's not what happens to you that determines your path, but how you respond to what happens. And that's the point. It's not about waiting for something to happen. It's about preparing yourself so thoroughly that when it does happen, you can seize the opportunity. If you have a goal, a dream, a deep desire, don't just keep it tucked away in your head like a pretty picture. Don't wait for everything to be perfect before you begin. Dreaming without taking action is like drawing a map and staying put. But when you dream and also act, you're telling the universe, I'm ready, I'm here, I want to move forward. And then, almost like magic, things start to happen. 5. Let go of the result, but not the effort. There's a truth that's hard to accept, but when you understand it, it makes you feel freer. You can't always control what happens, but you always have power over what you do. And that's incredibly valuable. Why? Because that's precisely where the Stoic path begins. The Stoics saw it very clearly. Don't place your happiness in things you can't control. Place it in your effort, your attitude, and the decisions you make each day. Do you know why we often live with so much anxiety? Because we do something expecting it to turn out exactly as we imagined. And when it doesn't, we get angry, discouraged, and think about giving up. But when you understand that the outcome doesn't depend entirely on you, that there are many things you can't control, you stop living in fear of failure. And then true strength emerges. When you give your best without expecting applause or guarantees, something inside you changes. Imagine you're preparing for a job interview. You study, practice, repeat answers, arrive early, greet everyone with a smile, do everything you can, and still, you don't get the job. What do? Do you fall apart inside? Do you think you're worthless? The Stoics would tell you, don't judge yourself by what happened, judge yourself by what you gave. If you were brave, if you acted respectfully, if you gave your best, then you've already won, even if you didn't get the yes. We're often so focused on the outcome that we forget to appreciate the process. We want the perfect body, the ideal relationship, the project that works, but we don't celebrate the small victories we achieve step by step. Epictetus said, don't wish things to happen as you wish. Rather, wish them to happen as they do, and you will succeed. What does that mean? It means you shouldn't fight against reality. You should walk with it, without losing sight of your goal, and without failing to do your part. There will be times when you do everything possible, and things still don't go as planned. And that's okay. Your worth isn't measured by the end result. It's measured by your ability to keep going, to get back up, to not give up, to maintain your dignity even when no one applauds you. 6. Turn pain into drive. We've all experienced times when something hurt us much more than we thought it would. A love that never grew, a dream that shattered, a lie we didn't expect, an absence that left us empty, a no we wished could be a yes. And in that heavy moment, all we want is to stop, close our eyes, and disappear from the world. But right there, at that point where everything burns, the Stoics show us a powerful idea. What seems like a hindrance can actually propel you forward. What stands in your way can become your new path. Do you know why many people get stuck in sadness? Because they think that feeling pain means failing. But feeling isn't losing. Feeling is part of being human. Failing is letting that pain hold you back forever. The Stoics didn't hide from suffering. They accepted it in order to change it. They understood that every fall can serve as a stepping stone, and that when you use your sadness as energy, you become someone unstoppable. Imagine this. You were in a relationship that made your heart shine. You thought you had found the right person. You made plans, you got excited, you built a future in your mind, and one day, without warning, everything falls apart. They leave you. It hurts even to breathe. You wonder what you did wrong. And here's the Stoic teaching. Don't stay stuck there. Don't define yourself by what you no longer have. Turn that void into a place to grow. Go to the gym. Learn something you've never tried. Focus your attention on yourself. Take that pain and use it as a springboard to become your best self. Not out of pride, but out of love for yourself. Every disappointment shows you what kind of person you no longer want to be. Every mistake teaches you what you can still improve. Every goodbye reminds you to value more, not less. Pain, when you work through it properly, becomes a compass. It points you toward what truly matters and guides you toward what you truly deserve. I know it hurts. I know what it's like to open your eyes with a weight on your chest, wishing you could turn back time. But I also know something else. Within every pain lies a seed of strength. You don't need to have all the answers right now. You just need to stand up, even if it's slowly, even if the tears keep falling. But stand up, take that wound as fuel. Turn every no you were given into a yes you give yourself. A Stoic doesn't dwell on what didn't happen. They take that pain, transform it into power, and move forward, because they understand that the obstacle is not the end, but the beginning. 7. Surround yourself with calm, not noise. We live in a world that never stands still. Messages constantly popping up, opinions everywhere, tasks never stopping. And with so much noise, how can you hear what your heart truly longs for? The Stoics understood that silence isn't emptiness, it's presence, and that when the mind is still, the soul can speak. But to reach that point, you have to learn to cherish your peace as if it were sacred. That doesn't mean you become hard or cold. It means you learn to observe before reacting, to feel before speaking, and to make decisions calmly, not hastily. Imagine this. You have to decide something big, like changing jobs, ending a relationship, or starting a new project, but you're filled with nerves and stress, and everyone is telling you something different. Your head feels like a room with 100 voices shouting at once. Do you really want to choose something like that? A Stoic would do something different. They would find a quiet place, take a deep breath, and ask themselves, what do I want? What is right even if it hurts? What truly brings me peace, not just a fleeting pleasure? Noise isn't just outside. Sometimes the worst noise is the noise we carry within. Guilt, insecurity, comparing ourselves to others. Seneca said that no wind helps someone who doesn't know where they want to go. And if your mind is full of voices that aren't your own, you'll never hear your own inner guidance. That's why it's so important to have small moments of pause. 5 minutes a day, no phone, no social media, no tasks. Just you, your breath, and your inner voice. That's where the light begins. That's where true desires separate from the whims that only feed the ego. Look, I'm not telling you to live in isolation like a monk, but rather that, amidst the chaos of the world, you learn to build a refuge within yourself. That you make your mind a clean place where just any idea can't enter, where there are no shouts, where you can truly listen. Because when calm arrives, everything you truly seek begins to draw near. And it's not magic, it's clarity. If you want to attract things from the heart, you first have to quiet the noise outside and settle the noise within. 8. Act as if you already were. The person you dream of becoming doesn't appear overnight. We often think we have to wait for the perfect moment to take action. We believe that true change only comes when we reach a big goal or achieve a certain level in life. But did you know that the real trick to getting where you want is in what you do right now? The Stoics understood this very well. They knew that what you do in the present shapes your tomorrow. As Epictetus said, don't waste energy on what you can't control, but do focus on what you can. And what you can control right now is your actions, your way of thinking, and the decisions you make, without waiting for the future to tell you that it's time. Imagine this. You want to be successful, but you're stuck, thinking that first you need more money, or more practice, or more time. However, the real question is, what are you doing today? What would the person you want to be do? How would they walk? How would they think? What would they choose? Don't wait to have everything to act like the version of yourself you admire. If you wait to feel successful before acting with confidence, you might never do it. If you wait to be disciplined before you start working seriously, the train to your goals will leave without you. As Seneca said, no wind helps those who don't know where they want to go. Success isn't a destination, it's a journey, and every step depends on what you decide to do today. The Stoics didn't wait for life to give them the perfect moment. They knew that real change begins within, in how they face each day without being swept away by life's chaos. They created their own order, here, in the present, not in some distant future. Do you want to be a more consistent person? Then start today. Wake up early, create a routine, set your goals. Do you want to be more kind and attentive? Do it now. Help someone, show empathy, truly listen. Your future isn't built on wishes alone. It's shaped by what you do today. And as Epictetus taught, it's not what happens that upsets us, but how we think about it. And the idea that things will only change when we reach a certain point. But the secret is that you already have everything you need inside you. You just have to begin. Every action, no matter how small, is a seed that will grow later. If you act decisively, purposefully, and confidently today, you will be paving the way to becoming the person you truly want to be. 9. Don't wait any longer. Become someone who attracts what they want. Have you ever stopped to think about how the dreams we carry within us affect our lives? How many times have you said, "When this happens, I'll be happy," or "When I achieve this, I'll finally be successful"? Many times we remain still, believing that a special moment or an external achievement will give us what actually already lives within us: calm, joy, and the feeling that we can achieve great things. But the truth is, the secret isn't waiting for the world to fall into place so you can improve. The secret is becoming someone who attracts what they desire. Stoics, like Seneca and Epictetus, knew that real change begins from within. There's no need to keep waiting. What you want already exists. You just need to become the person who embodies it. Marcus Aurelius explained it with another idea. If something is useless to the hive, it's useless to the bee. What does this mean in daily life? That if you seek peace, success, affection, or any other deep desire, you must first demonstrate those qualities yourself. Don't keep postponing becoming that version of yourself. Don't wait until you have more money to behave like someone who is already successful. Don't wait until you have the perfect relationship to start giving true love. Everything you long for begins within you. Imagine you're searching for something specific, perhaps financial stability, a healthy relationship, or a greater sense of balance. You find yourself in a kind of perpetual wait, thinking that only when it arrives will everything truly improve. But what if I told you that the magnet of your dreams isn't something you can buy, or something that suddenly appears? That magnet lives within you, in how you think, how you act, how you treat others. Your life works like a reflection. What you project is what comes back to you. If you behave like someone who already possesses what they seek, situations and people that resonate with that energy will begin to draw you closer. The key is this: you don't have to keep waiting. If you desire something, it already exists within you. All you need to do is align yourself with it. Act as if you are already the person you dream of being. Let your perspective, your decisions, and the way you move through the world be the magnets that attract what you want, because your desires aren't far away. They're inside you, ready to emerge whenever you decide. So stop putting it off. Start right now to become the person you envision. Take concrete steps, take them with confidence, and you'll see how everything around you begins to fall into place. If you've made it this far, write in the comments which of these ideas you need to apply starting today, or simply write, "It's time to attract what I want most. I am Stoic." That way, I'll know who has completed this valuable lesson. I'm so excited to hear your growth stories. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so YouTube knows these videos are truly helping people like you. That way, we can continue creating similar content in the future. Thank you so much for your time and support. See you on the next adventure.